Hey there, I'm Daryl the Artist. Let's draw a cartoon shark. Okay, let's start with an action line, and this one's going to be in the shape of an S. The action line is only for reference. It's not actually used for part of the drawing itself. It's just to draw the drawing around, to guide you, to place everything properly, to give the form you're working on a bit of movement, so it's not static. It's kind of funny, this drawing looks like a snake, but I haven't added the back part on yet, the thickness to it, because he's a lot thicker. He's a shark, of course, and he's going to be on the ground, sort of sitting, so he's going to have a bit of a skin is going to fold up at the bottom there. Give him a nice tail, and let's draw in a nice fin, and there, okay, there. Now we got the shape of a shark. A little bit more detail into the eyes, and then I'm going to continue on drawing a little bit darker with the pencil. Sort of work out a little bit more of the details before I get to the inking process. This gives me an opportunity to refine the lines. Here's a fun fact. Do you know that sharks don't sleep? Kind of like most cartoonists I know. Oh, I almost forgot his fins, his side fins, which would be arms in the cartoon world. And they're going to be resting on his hip. He's going to have a bit of a proud look to him. This is my favorite part of the drawing process, is when the thing you're drawing starts to take on its own character. The eyes, the position of the body and all that just sort of gives them a bit of a character, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm real happy with that. Let's start inking. Okay, so I've set up a new layer, and I'm going to use my ink pen that comes with my sketchbook. And if you're drawing at home on top of pencil, any marker will do, as long as you can get a thin line. It's great if you can find one that has thick and thin lines that can do both, like a calligraphy pen or a brush pen, but it's not necessary. And you'll notice that as I go along, I do change things slightly, and I don't worry too much if I'm exactly on the lines, because basically all those pencil lines will disappear. And sometimes happy accidents happen, things change around, but it's just a fun process all around. And I'm going to put a little bit of lines in where I think there might be some sort of reflections. It always adds a bit of depth to the drawing. You've heard people probably say, add contour lines to your drawing, and that gives it, more of a 3D effect. It gives it like it's got some oomph to it. Oomph. Now there's a word. Oomph. Anyways, lots of fun to ink. As I'm inking this, I'm thinking this would make a great embroidery project. I'm going to look at it after I do the coloring, and maybe I'll turn this into an embroidery stitch file too. That would be another good tutorial. Nothing to do really with cartooning, but it's another one of my hobbies. And I'm going to take a little bit extra time refining the eyes. Just like there's people in there, put the little reflection in there. You know, a little reflection. Try to make it look like he's not cross-eyed as much. And then I'm going to go back to my pencil layer and erase. I could just delete it, but sometimes I erase it. You know, this is where if you're drawing at home, you'd use an eraser to take off the pencil. And now we're ready for coloring. The coloring process done on the computer is a lot different than doing it on paper. If you're at home without a computer tablet and you're doing it on paper, you can use watercolor paints, you can use Crayola markers, or you can use pencil crayons. However you want to add color to it. And you don't have to use the colors that I choose. Be creative and make it your own drawing. Anyways, let's get into it and enjoy.